Hey guys, it's Kelsey. Welcome to my third layout for How to Kill a Kit with Style, January 2019. For this one, I decided to go with a multicolored layout. I know the first two were more monochromatic. I really wanted to pull in this floral from the kit. I think in hindsight, I would have preferred to use this piece in chunks on multiple pieces instead of making it the whole background. But for whatever reason, I just really wanted to make it a background. So I end up matting it on that light blue solid colored paper from the kit, so you'll see me do that in a second. For right now, I'm just doing what I did with the other two pages. I'm going through all of the embellishments and pulling in anything I think I might use on this one, which, because it is a multi-colored layout, was pretty much everything from the kit. I am going to gut this again, same I did with the pink colored paper, just so I have that big chunk to use on other pages. Then I'm going to trim this down a little bit. I think I cut half an inch off of the top and the sides, so there was a 1/4 inch border on each side. I've mentioned it before, I'm really not a florally person, but I really liked this one, so I think that's why I wanted to make it the entire background, which I'm not at all against. I just found out as I kept going, I ran into some issues with it being a little busy. Whenever I tried to embellish, it sort of got muddled, so I had to be really careful about how I went about it. But right now I'm actually starting off with the embellishing. I feel like that was just easier for me to start off this time, so I'm getting that bottom right hand corner down. I really wanted to use that scallop border scrap. That's actually the back side of the dark blue scallop I used on the last page. So I'm putting that down there with a tag, and I really wanted to use another one of those bows, so I got the corally one. So I only have one of those bows left. I think I am going to get all of those used up this month, which is exciting. So for this page, what I decided I really wanted to focus on was using multiple labels, just because I got a label on each of the other pages, but you get so many in the kit that if I was going to try and use as much of them as possible, I needed to use more than one. So I was trying to get at least two. So I have two, one in each corner there, so I made sure I did that. I also really wanted to use all of the glittery rose gold that was in the kit. I hadn't used any of that yet. So you see I pulled in the glittery rose gold tag and tab. So both of those are going in opposite corners, just so that glitter is in two different areas. And then lastly, I definitely wanted to try and use one of those die cut words. So there was the word journey that you see there, as well as the word season. And I thought the photo is Billy in the car. He loves car rides, as most dogs do. So he's just like gazing out of the window, like pondering life's moments, I guess. I don't know. But I thought journey was more appropriate than season. So I'm going to tuck it down there in the bottom right hand corner. I think about that being my title. But I really wanted a chance to really pull in some more glittery rose gold, so it's more of a subtitle by the end of the page. Again, I'm adding that photo in white, and I'm just going to start layering up with some mats, and so I'm taking that light blue again that I bordered the whole page in, as well as that scrap from my first layout. I'm using the B side. I knew in the kit share I had mentioned I wanted to use both sides of that paper, not just that multicolored scallop, so I'm glad I got the B side used up on this page. And again, I'm still gutting everything. I'm actually going through this kit faster than I expected I would, so I'm really trying to gut everything so that I can get as much out of this kit as possible. I really like how that looks. I think it needs a little bit more layers, but I definitely do not want to cut into the full 12 by 12 sheets that are left. I want to save those for other layouts, so I decided to use a few vellum layouts or layers just to make it more interesting without adding too much chaos. It adds really soft layers and just increase interest. So I'm adding two separate ones, one behind the white mat and one behind the back mat. So it'll be the final mat on there. There we go. I did not use any of the stamps from the kit on this one. I thought I had done pretty well so far up to this point, so I didn't feel too pressured to get one on here. I really wanted to. There are a few I wanted to use on this page, but with the background being what it was, I felt like there really wasn't a place where I could put it where it wouldn't make it more chaotic. I'm sure I could have stamped it on a label somewhere, but just with the way the page was going and the way I was layering, there wouldn't have really been a good spot for it. So I settled for just a roller date stamp on that glittery gold tab up at the top. I'm also trying to think about the branding strips. I'm really trying to pull in some more. I've been really good about using the solid colored scalloped branding strips, but other than that I haven't used too many of them. So I pulled in this polka dot one to tuck in the side. I'm just going to make this scalloped as well. So I'm using my border punch there, but I'm going to tuck that in the side and I really like how that looks. I'm trying to pull black in here and there. I don't want too much black, but with that die cut being black, I used black ink for my date stamp as well as a black label. I thought it would be okay to pull in that black border strip as well. But this is where I wanted to pull in more rose gold. I had not used these stickers yet and I'm in love with them. I have them in black and white, but I just found them in rose gold glitter. So when I was doing this page, I was like, I have to use them. So I'm just calling this page Best Boy because my dog is the best boy. I love him so much. So I'm getting them on there. I'm aware that I've only used the epoxy stickers that come in the kit once. So I'm really going to try and use those on the next coming up pages. But again, with this background being so busy with the florals, I really didn't think that those alphabets would read very well. So I thought I would go with these glittery rose gold ones while I had the chance, and I will definitely get the other ones used up. I'm even going to gut the label as well, the parts that's going to be hidden, so I can use that other piece somewhere else as well. I kind of get stuck at this point. I really like how it's looking, but I still feel like there needs to be more coming off of the photo. I don't want to put anything in the upper right hand corner just because I feel like there's kind of stuff in all the other corners, so I want one of the areas to kind of be open, but I feel like the page still needed something. And I hadn't used a pocket card yet, so I decided I would pull in a glassine bag and a doily and stuff the glassine bag with one of the pocket cards. It added a really nice soft layered area that didn't make it too busy but also added interest, so I really like how that looks. I thought about bringing in some of the floral die cuts, but you just didn't need it with the background. I just kept trying to add, but honestly I really feel like if you're going to use a big floral like this as your background, you kind of need to let it breathe a little bit, so I'm happy with using these light white airy layers and leaving it at that. So I'm getting that other half of the black tab down there to bring the black in somewhere else, and then I decided I'd use the epoxy pink sticker above the T as well as that other glittery rose gold epoxy heart. I got that whole row of the rose gold glitter epoxy hearts on this page as well, so I think I'm doing pretty good. But I did use every single rose gold thing from the kit except for the foil on this page, so all the glittery elements are used up at least. But here's the final page. I like how it turned out. It was different than the other two for sure. I thought the other two layouts really went well together. This one was kind of off in a different direction, but I'm glad I got some rose gold glitter used up. So thanks guys for watching. Bye.